But are you comfortable being nude and that?
We've done this. Well, I don't know what this is. We did this last week about, are you comfortable being nude?
No, I know, I was talking
you're
about
probably
that.
most comfortable being nude, it's just probably not in public.
Well, Ricky's only really comfortable nude when he's eating.
Yeah, there's nothing to get, you know...
Yeah, you can just wipe yourself down.
Yeah, you just sit in the bath, yeah.
No, but I've talked about that, and then when I went home, I was talking to Suzanne about it, and she said, what's all that about? You don't like being nude, right? And I said, well, it's not...
It's like I'm part of an Alan Bennett play. It's just, I love the way you talk.
Remember once, right, I don't know if I should talk about this, really, but...
Well, that means you should, so go on.
Go on.
Oh, yeah. Right, we went to Tenerife, right, one year. And I was still living in Manchester.
I'm scared now.
Yeah,
that
I don't
why
know
you said
what's
that. I'm actually scared.
I'm thinking about Suzanne, but she's
Well,
working.
I don't want to know anything about Suzanne, to be honest.
No, but
It involves me more.
Go on.
But I'm just explaining to you that I don't like being nude.
Yeah.
Go on.
So you're in Tenerife.
In Tenerife, right? Didn't have much money. Stayed in this apartment that wasn't that nice, right? Had cockroaches in it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have much money to go out at night. So we're in this sort of death trap of an apartment, right? Anyway, so when I was younger, right, had a bit more energy. So
Sounds like
He's 30.
80, I know.
so you know, start having it away a bit.
It's a joy.
Beautiful.
It's
so,
good, yeah. I've been here to a while. I love it. Go on.
Right, so, you know, doing what I do, right?
Yeah.
Someone starts banging on the door. So Suzanne
Everyone's
says,
at it. Right, so you mean knocking on the door? Right, okay.
knocking on the door, right? So Suzanne said, you better get it. So I said, oh, I can't get it now, can I? I'll have to wait a bit. Right. I can't go to the door.
Go on.
So the banging's getting louder.
Yeah.
Someone at the door.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, hurry up, it must be important. I'm like, in a minute. Just... So anyway...
I don't want to know anymore.
Keep going.
No, come on, finish the story.
Open the door. It's a fireman. So I just stick my head round, and he's going, you'll have to get out. The building's on fire. Right? So I'm like, in a minute.
Sorry, you weren't still having sex at this point?
No, but, you know,
Right.
still sort of got to wait a minute, or I can't get my pants on.
Oh, Carl, I wish I'm so sorry.
Right, go on.
To this,
So now,
So
the place is burning down.
So it could be a serious big fire going on.
Yeah.
I'm sort of waiting. You can hear people sort of screaming and that, panicking.
Is that because the door's open and you're nude?
The fireman's saying, will you get out, will you get out? I'm saying, in a minute.
Right.
And Suzanne was saying, you know, think of something that's not sexy.
Sure.
So I was thinking of people, you know, thinking maybe down in a fire might sort of calm you down.
Yeah.
Then the fireman said, we need a big pole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, go on.
But what I'm saying is, that, to me, I wouldn't have wanted to go out and be safe over, do you know what I mean, over being naked. I don't like walking about without on. So what I'm saying is, even if that fire...
I love the idea of everyone huddled in there with all the firemen. It just, the camera's pans along and it's Carl.
Yeah, a local news report.
Naked. With still
But would
standing proud.
would you have gone out, we're now on...
But why do I have to go out with now on? I just grab a pair of jeans.
Alright, but you've just, you know...
What?
There's a fire, Carl!
Yeah, but
See, not everyone looks at men's packets. That's only you, remember. Most of the other firemen wouldn't be going, oh, look at him.
But what I'm interested in is
he's
how
pleased
long...
to see us.
Carl, how long did it take? And did the thought of dying in a fire help?
After a bit, but the fireman sort of had a go at me.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Well, like, he wasn't happy that I was dawdling.
Well, to be fair...
But what can you do?
Answers on a postcard. To the usual address, XFM, care of Leicester Square.
Well, let's just get these right.
Let's play a record, let's have Rockbusters and Monkey News.
We don't have time for
afterwards.
monkey news.
We'll squeeze them in.
Wow.
Life on Mars by David Bowie on XFM. Right, come on, we're running out of time. Blockbusters. The results in... Sorry. Oh, what a giveaway. Oh no, embarrassing. I've given it away. Straight into monkey news. Go on then.
So, yeah, Rockbusters, what were the clues?
The clues were, the first one was, they're running out of rice, so they've got problems. That was CC. That was China crisis. Right?
Okay, yeah, if they ran out of rice in China, it would be a crisis, fair enough.
Second one, the Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for. Right? That was Bill Wyman.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the third one, I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women, and I didn't hit either of them. That was Mister.
I let him up. Those were alright, those.
That's extraordinary. The winner, Gina. I think Gina Ferry. Well done, Gina. And the reason I gave it to Gina is because she's included, and this is a wonderful segue, some monkey fact information of her own. She says, apparently, that the group Chumbawamba got their name from one of those monkeys in a room with a typewriter experiments. Someone did it as a joke, and Chumbawamba was a word that was typed out, and that's where the group got their name.
And
apparently.
their lyrics.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is good.
So let's have official monkey news. Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Alright, we've got to be quick.
Go on,
But this is something that was sent in to me ages ago, and I don't know why I haven't done it yet, because it's brilliant. We were talking about monkeys typing, the Shakespeare theory, and all that. Well, this is about a little monkey called Marty, right? Basically, it's in some science lab, right? It's in there. It was wandering about out of its cage, right? The lab fella was busy on the phone or something,
Yeah.
right? And
Typical.
it's wandering about. It goes up to a PC that's in the corner, a little computer, types down, "My name is Marty," right? So the fella got off the phone, saw this on the screen with the monkey sat there, says to his mate, "Have you done this?"
Right, hold on, Carl.
Let him finish.
Oh.
Before you question, always let him finish.
I don't know what to do.
Time's against us, come on.
He
what
said,
to
"Have you done this?" He says, "Done what?" He said, "This on the screen here saying, 'My name's Marty,' right?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" As he's having an argument with his mate saying, "You're lying, you did it," monkey's sat there, typing, "This isn't a practical joke, my name is Marty."
Right, and that's the end of the story?
I'm not coming in next week.
I
think we need a week off. I actually think we need a week off.
It's doing a web chat or something. You can go online and have a chat with it.
The monkey's doing a web chat.
I don't know.
Has he got his own
Carl,
website yet? His favourite Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Have a look at that. Have a look at that.
Right. Do you believe that, Carl?
It's all there.
No, but do you believe it? Do you believe that monkey could type that and then say this is not a practical joke when he's still arguing?
Weird, isn't it?
Oh.
What do you reckon, Steve?
Yeah, well, it's obviously a wind-up.
It's a joke. It's not even. You haven't even got some of the facts wrong. It's just a wind-up.
Have you noticed the date?
Is it April the 1st?
It is April the 1st.
You are joking.
That it was sent.
You're an idiot, Carl.
It was sent on April the 1st, Carl.
So you're saying the monkey knows it's April the 1st, but you
And
don't
it's doing
believe?
a wind-up, yes. Yeah, I think the monkey has thought, I'll do it on April the 1st so that people think that it's a wind-up, but in actual fact I am a monkey that can type and read. It's a shame you never went into investigative journalism. You could have brought down, you know, the
poor
Watergate
Carl.
scandal.
Poor Carl. Well, I was thinking of a song that sums us 3 up. Yeah? What are we? What do you think? How would you sum us up?
Tricky.
Well, young, gifted and black.
True enough.
Apart from a couple of them.
Yeah, well, we're not gifted.
No.
And we're not very young.
No, I'm certainly not.
Should we take a week off?
Yeah.
Should we maybe just knock it on the head altogether?
We'll take a week off and see what happens.
Okay. See you next... No, let's not see you next
See you in a
week.
couple of weeks.
Yeah. Cheers then, Carl.
What would you do, right? That's the most disgusting thing. What could it be? Well, what would you do, right, if you were suddenly a fly, right, and you were knocking around with the flies, right, and you had to land on some,
Excrement?
yeah. What would you do?
Yeah, but I don't have to.
What do you mean? You're a fly.
Yeah,
You're
but
loving
I
it.
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't be loving it, though, would I?
Why?
Because I'm me in that fly's head. So I'd just. I don't think other flies would be going, "Come on, join in." I'd just be like, "No, I'll wait here. Wait, watch, and that." Because I don't see why they have to do that.
What would you do, right, if you had to go back and you were in a, had to go and put your mind in, like, the, an unhatched egg, of something, like maybe one of those, that a wasp was injected in a spider. So you know you're in an egg, right, which is really uncomfortable, in a spider. How would you feel about that, Carl? You're a baby wasp in the abdomen of a spider.
And I know everything that I know now. I'm sat in there.
Yeah. And now I'm in a spider as an unborn wasp. What the fuck am I doing here? What's going on?
I don't know what I'll do there. Probably try and sleep. There's nothing else to do, though, is there?
I just pray to God it never happens.
I don't believe it. He's written it down.
Well, that's the jingle that signals it's time for more extracts from Carl's diary, and we'll lunge straight into it. Wandered down Carnaby Street. There was a happy homeless fella. I gave him £1.50. I thought of a tongue twister after giving him the money. It goes, if you can't treat a cheerful tramp, what sort of tramp can you treat?
It's good, that.
All
Say
right.
it fast.
If you can't treat a cheerful tramp, what sort of tramp can you treat?
Yeah, good, isn't it?
Good, that, yeah. You've got too much time on your hands, Carl.
Learned some famous quotes to see if they are as good as my sayings. Number 1, treat every day as if it's your last. Very famous saying. Now, is that something you do, Carl?
But you know, me problem with that one is that if it was your last, you wouldn't want to be doing much. That's the only problem I've got with that. I wouldn't want to, you know, go to a fairground or whatever because you're going, oh, it's my last day, what am I going to do? And I think you'd spend so much time worrying about what you're going to do that you'd end up staying in.
I think you're right. You've taken some of the poetry out of it. I think it means live life to the fullest, right?
I like the fact that you were musing on the idea that if it was your last day, you'd go to the fair. It's getting such a 19th century way of spending your final day.
I know, yeah. Well, the thing is, the other thing is that, the only thing that people get depressed about in terms of sort of like, you know, life and death is, not the knowledge that they're gonna die, but more the knowledge that they know they're gonna die when they're dying. If someone told you, no one ever knows when they're gonna die, no one ever gets an illness, no one ever gets hit by a truck, everyone passes away peacefully in their sleep, dreaming they're riding a big marshmallow, right? Then you wouldn't care about anything. It wouldn't matter when, it wouldn't matter if you died tomorrow or in 30 years' time. You'd just live life to the full. You'd have it, every day would be great. You'd go out, you'd come back, you'd fall asleep. That would be amazing. There'd be no stress. There'd be no angsty, we're all gonna die stress, because it wouldn't matter. Because it would just be your life. Wouldn't it be amazing if someone guaranteed you, Carl, you're gonna die in your sleep? I'm not gonna tell you when.
Yeah, but some people do, don't they?
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
but we
I
never
want
know
that.
we're going to, because we stress. What if we get a dreadful illness? What if we, you know...
But we're almost not letting people die naturally anymore, are we? Because we're always bodging stuff up.
What do you mean?
Well, someone who might naturally die in the sleep aren't allowed to naturally die in the sleep because they wake them up with those electric things and get them going again and pop in a new lung or whatever whilst they're at it. That's what I'm saying. They don't just... You never hear it anymore, do you? Frank peacefully died in his sleep. No, he died on the operating table whilst we were putting in a new lung. They don't die naturally anymore.
Frank died peacefully with 40,000 volts going through them and a couple of people going, clear! Clear!
Rushing about today. Got to get a lot done as I'm flying to Malaga tomorrow to see my mum and dad. Don't like flying. I'd be happy if they give you a parachute instead of a life jacket. They say Da Vinci invented the parachute as well as the helicopter. He never got round to making them though because he only drew them on some paper. Got up at 5 AM as I had to get to Heathrow to get on the plane to see mum and dad in Malaga. Went out for a drink with a cousin who lives in Spain. Ain't seen her for 27 years. Oh, that must have been tricky, making conversation.
I didn't really bother. Because where do you start? I might as well go up to anyone in the street and start having a chat.
Yeah, you have to get further back than, did you want Chantal to win Big Brother?
Yeah. Me dad and me talked about history. I said we shouldn't go on about things that happened ages ago because I bet something similar has happened more recently.
Brilliant.
Read about an island in the Indian Ocean where there are tribesmen still living like they're cavemen. A helicopter tried to land and the tribesmen chucked spears at them. This is what I meant about not having to talk about things that happened ages ago. We have got new cavemen now, so why do we talk about the old ones? People could have lived before, but computers and all that blew up and books got burnt, so all they had left was what these tribesmen have got left.
Ramblings
And that's the ramblings
madman.
of a maniac. That's just a few hours before you go crazy with a gun in the...
No, but what I mean there is, right, say if all this has happened before, something happens,
Again, a lot of information from the Planet of the Apes.
world ends, right, we come back again somehow.
Yeah. It's the detail you leave out that makes you intriguing. Just like the watch that you can wear that tells you when you're going to die. How does it work? Pop it on your wrist. That's all the detail you need. So the world happened.
No.
We came back.
Have you seen the pictures? Forget it then if you don't get it.
It's interesting that you had all those profound thoughts about this period in the past when they all lived, but you still found it appropriate to include at the end of that. It says the tribesmen wave their knobs about when they've had enough of having visitors.
That's what it said in the paper. That's what happens. They're quite happy.
What paper is this that you're reading?
It was in like a paper a couple of days ago. It said they don't mind having visitors if they're bringing them coconuts and stuff that they can eat. Once they've got everything they need, you start waving the tackle about, and that means like, right, leave now, which you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, at a dinner party.
My grandfather used to do that.
Oh, get back to that monkey news!
That jingle is getting more annoyed by the week.
Well, this is the final monkey news, right? I'm not doing this anymore, right? Because we've covered it all.
All the monkey news has been covered?
It has. We've done loads of them. I think all the news that needs to be sort of known has been told, right?
That is the end of the news. Jesus Christ.
What?
Get on with it.
Right, do you know, we chatted about the monkey that went into space and stuff?
This was the one that was fed by bananas that came out of a little chute on the spacecraft.
Yeah, it went up there, he came back, he could never get that
The high
high
that he was
again.
after, yeah.
You know what I mean? He tried other things. I think he tried to get a band together and that. Right, so anyway, there was loads of monkeys that were signed up to this NASA program, and it was 1961 when this little monkey called Ham, that was his name, as well as him, there was one called Enos. So anyway, what I've found out about it since then, Ham went up there, did the left-right business with the bananas. Enos, they didn't put as much work into the trip when he went up there, and something went wrong with the machinery. And do you know how you get a banana for the left button and all that?
It's official now. There's 2 buttons in this spaceship. Banana dispenser and everything else. The right button is everything else.
But it worked the other way. The machinery went weird.
Oh no, really?
So it meant that the right button would give him a banana.
Right.
The left button did everything else.
Oh no.
How did
So
that, how
what-
did
so
that
what
happen
had been
though?
taught-
What? Oh,
This is the problem with electronics, isn't it?
well, no, I don't think
No,
that's...
apparently this is the problem.
But the good I mean, honestly, look it up if you want. This is all online, by the
So
way.
what happened when it all went haywire? What occurred?
Look,
Carl, this is online and it's bollocks.
Luckily, Enos, because he'd done a few trips,
Right, he
so
was
he was like,
experienced.
well, I know this isn't right. As much as I love bananas, this isn't right.
That was his thinking, of course it was.
So anyway, so he came back. They were all like over the moon with him.
He said, I can't work with these conditions.
Good mission and everything. Well done on working it out. He sorted all that out. It moved on a few years. Armstrong's gone up there. Buzz and that other fella, they've been up there. The monkeys aren't needed anymore. But they were like, we've got all these monkeys who have done NASA training. What are we going to do with them all? And they had to raise £14 million to make them like an old sort of chimps home for retired
Retired NASA-trained monkeys.
Chimpanauts.
Something they've got in there is like a little museum, right, of all the missions and that they've been on, so they can sort of, even though they're not going to be going into space again, they can almost relive it and reminisce of the times that they've had. And
They're reminiscing with each other, are they?
just sort of going,
chatting
oh,
about the
remember
old
that
times.
time when it all went wrong, the button became the left when it should have been the right and all the rest of
Yeah.
it. They just, you know, sort of
about old times,
talking
yeah.
about old times and what have you, like old people like to do.
Sure.
And yeah, that's it. So if you want,
Perhaps we should retire monkey news to that same place.
that's what I mean. So, I hope you've enjoyed the monkey news and that. That was the last one. Look after the monkeys. Do your bit, because they've done their bit. That's it, yeah. But just because I'm not giving the news, look it up. Do you know what I mean? It's all out there. Don't be ignorant.
Wise words.
Band of Gold by the artist who featured in a recent Rockbuster clue, which was, I think, the Jamaican fella needs an aspirin for his head, and that gives course to free the pain.
Brilliant.
Rockbuster's coming up, isn't it, Carl?
We settled now. Get it going.
No, let's
I thought we weren't doing this anymore.
I know. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I mean,
but I mean, we're shooting off in a couple of weeks, so
yeah.
what difference does it make?
Well, we might as well. Now you've mentioned it, it's a good time.
Go on then.
Right. 3 cryptic clues like the one you just heard there. First one.
Cryptic, I like that. Is cryptic a word?
First one, my younger brother spotted you the other day. Right, that's the cryptic clue. My younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials JS. JFs for the band. Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers kid.
The way he looks up, like, it's Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
It's,
That champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. The initials are AM. And the third one, the vibrators. And the initial B.
What?
Right? The vibrators. And the initial is B. So the first one, my younger brother spotted you the other day.
Oh, I know that one, that's ridiculous.
JS.
The phone's going.
Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. AM. And the third one, the vibrators, the initial B. So, email in, and you win. We can say the prizes later, can't you?
Well, I tell you what, this is terrible. I mean, we didn't even say the prizes, we weren't going to do this. The phone's going. Look at the phones, are going mental.
Alright, so Rockbusters answers then, are we doing them now, Steve?
Yeah.
Right. First one, my younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials there, JS, that was junior senior. Right?
Yeah, good. I'll give you that.
Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. That was AM. That was Alison's Moye. Alison's Moye. Alison Moye.
Sorry, just give us the clue again.
That champagne belongs to the Boxers kid.
So, Muhammad Ali's son.
Yeah.
Right, Alison's Moye.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And then third one, always an easy one in there for everyone so they can take part. The vibrators, the initials B, that's Buzzcocks.
Carl, did you ever do paintings and drawings at school and then bring them home and your mum put them on the fridge?
No, not really, I never brought them home.
What, did you just screw them up and throw them in the bin?
I just left them at school.
Yeah.
'Cause I'd never had a bag. Right?
There, on XFM 104.9. You see, no, wait, this is giving me an idea, because, I think, what the best thing about this show is what happens when the records are playing. Because we sort of, that's an example, inarticulate. Yeah? Didn't have anything planned. Well, I started my mouth moving, but I didn't have anything planned.
Yeah.
Why was that? Why don't you have anything planned there?
What?
Why didn't you know what you were going to say then?
Because...
What were you doing when Radiohead was on?
I made Carl a new uniform that he has to wear in the second hour. What did I do?
You got tissue paper.
Yeah. Toilet roll, yeah.
Ripped a bit off.
Yeah.
Made a little tie for me.
Yeah.
And put some in the ears.
Yeah. So we had earplugs and matching tie.
Yeah.
And he looked good, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had earplugs and matching tie, and I squeezed it in there, and he went, I can't, it'll irritate me. So, I'm thinking of things all the time to make this more fun for me.
Yes.
And he's just like that.
Sorry, a quick question. Steve, just want to raise a little point.
Go on.
You say that you're spending most of your time thinking about how you can make this more entertaining for yourself.
Yeah.
Is it worth ever considering the listeners?
Well, I think that if
you're happy, they're happy. I'm not sure that's true. I've been monitoring a lot of the feedback on the email and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be the case.
But that's because Carl won't go along with stuff.
Sure.
I mean, they could see on the webcam his little matching earplugs and tie that I made. I just did a cartoon that went for £350, right, on the website, right? So that's one now. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it really good. We're gonna give him lots of stuff and sign DVDs and everything. So that's great. 350 quid. Who was it?
I think her name was Joanne. It's not definite yet, because we haven't got the money off her.
Wow,
she's-
you know, you gotta trust them, ain't you? And so, I think people would love to have had a matching, you know, I'd have signed it and everything. Little matching earplugs and necktie made out of toilet roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and he don't want to wear it. But I had a great idea for a show, right? We filmed the behind the scenes, right, of each show.
Mhm.
So, you know, then you get a CD of what went out, but you saw what happened behind the scenes, right? And it follows us through a week, right? And it's called X-Men 3.
Ah, I see, because of XFM.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we can film all Carl, what Carl looks like when I'm squeezing his head, what he's like when we're trying to make him touch us, all that sort of stuff, when he's getting all stressed out in the day and we just pop up, right, what he looks like, his little head, everything.
And would this be broadcast on TV? Or?
I think so. I think Choice, something like BBC Three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
it's
you know,
not because I mean, I'm very much in the centre of the storm. I'm very much the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
And I know that I myself would not want to watch that.
Really?
No, because it's...
Any
I mean,
negative, Carl? He was like this when you came up with Cheap as Chimps. He wanted to drop Rockbusters. What was the other thing he didn't like?
That other TV idea I had.
Yeah, what, putting a baby in a room, setting it on fire and see if it can make his way out?
Setting the room on fire. Let's
Yeah.
not get silly.
No, but he didn't like that, did he?
I mean, I don't want to sort of... I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but it does seem to me that my criticism of those things is probably justified. I mean, Cheap as Chimps,
Yeah.
where is it now?
Well,
It's
Donald
but-
McIntyre took it.
Not really, Carl, not really. It is but, a pitiful memory. Both your game show ideas terrible. This TV show idea, I think, again, it's only interesting to you, Rick. This is what you failed to realise. You've got no sense of the greater public. To be honest, I'm just taking this from what people are emailing in. They're not interested in
I
Carl.
don't read the emails.
They're not interested in Carl.
I don't read the emails. They're not interested in
They're
Carl.
not interested in Carl.
But if we did a documentary about him, like they did about Oliver, the human Z, or
No,
they
that's
did
a different case.
or the girl that was older than her mum, or, you know, all those other sort of things, I think if we actually did a definitive documentary and got in doctors to talk about him, and showed him...
That psychiatrist from Big Brother.
Yeah, and just talked about it, and then showed him in his environment, I think it'd be brilliant. I think it'd be a brilliant show.
But I think that's interesting. I think you're right. Some kind of anthropological study of Carl, fascinating. You making a little neckerchief for him, I'm not so convinced.
But that'll all be part of it. Play record, let's think about this, because I think this is an idea. If any broadcasters are listening, like Greg Dyke, or, you know, we'd even go to Channel 5 with this, I think, wouldn't we?
I mean, alternatively, if you'd like to incorporate Carl into some kind of Blue Peter appeal...
Let's do something. Let's just get Carl. Look at his face. How could you not? See, a lot of people still don't know what you look like, Carl. Play record. Turing Breaks. Painkiller on XFM 104.9.
A couple of emails, Rick, that I ought to notify you about. Holly has emailed in. She wants us to wish her good luck. She says that she's one of 15,000 women who will be walking 26 miles around London starting at midnight tonight in their bras to raise money for breast cancer research.
Prostitutes.
No, just regular ladies, I think.
Oh, right.
But I was at a loose end, so that's something for me to do this time. I'll pop down and support them.
Also, we got to say hello to Sonia, who's it's her 18th birthday, and we're going to play a little Smiths track for her later. So it's like we're trying to
be interactive.
Yeah. I've seen how other DJs do it. They have phones. They go, and how are you celebrating tonight? Oh, we're just going out, Foxy. Have a good time. Here we go. This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got to be. I've guessed we had Chris Martin in from Coldplay, which is going to be a lot.
Well, Chris is still here.
Hello.
Chris, how do you come up with the ideas for your songs?
Just make them up in my head with the guitar.
And how old are you now?
28.
Thanks very much. And that more from Chris Martin later, I imagine.
Cheers.
And we've also had an email.
Cheers.
Thanks, Chris. We've also had an email from Jim. It's as easy as that. We've had an email from Jim. He says, on the subject of the postcards, his brother once met the bloke who posed for the photo on those biros that when you tip them up, the black ink kind of sinks away, and it shows him nude. And he was apparently an aspiring model, and he got paid $75 for it in Hong Kong in the 70s.
Carl, would you have done that? Would you pose nude for a pen for $75? I mean, inflation, can't it? Let's double it every 10 years, say. So, yeah, so 150, 300. I'll give you 600 quid to post news for biros that we give away for XFM.
An XFM biro, where your clothes sink away when you turn it upside down.
And what sort of shape was this fella in?
He's in pretty good shape, yeah, I think.
600 quid.
Yeah. I'll make it back on selling the pens.
No, I won't do that.
I always remember being at school, when the first time I ever encountered one of those pens was a kid at school, Jason, and he had a pen, one of those pens, and he turned it upside down, and it was where the woman's clothes sink away and she's naked.
Yeah.
And I remember sort of seeing it, and him showing it to everyone, all the young lads, and them thinking, this is amazing. And I always remember thinking it was like the idea that it was sort of a way to cheat teachers. Oh, there's Jason, he's just got a pen there with a picture of a woman wearing some clothes, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If he brings a porn mag in, I'll have him.
He's out.
But, yeah, but I can't.
But I've always imagined, can you imagine how embarrassing would it be to be caught masturbating over one of those pens?
Businessman.
Yeah, exactly, his wife catches him.
You're gonna know to sort of, I'm gonna sort of, sorry, what are you doing?
Just doing some writing with this regular pen.
Right, what?
Well, no, don't turn it upside down.
Can I just come round where you're sitting? Just why are you naked?
The only thing I think more embarrassing would be to be caught masturbating looking into a mirror.
Well, for you maybe, for me and Carl, right?
We should give the Rockbusters clues again one final time before we give out the answers. And I should mention the prizes as well. If you still want to enter, we've got some various things, a couple of CDs, a Smash Hits CD.
Right, looking into a mirror.
Let's move on from that. Club Anthems 2003, Strange and Beautiful.
Eh?
I hate being nude anyway.
Why? What do you mean you hate being nude?
It's not normal if you walk about. Do you walk about the house with an out on?
No, because we've got windows.
Yeah, but alright, with the blinds shut or whatever.
Well, I have a bath.
No,
With the
but
blinds
say like with, you know, with Jane and that. Are you happy walking about?
No, I'll walk around in my pants or a towel. I won't purposely walk around nude for the sake of it, no.
No, I know, but in the morning I don't mind when I get up.
Yeah.
Go for a shower. But I don't sort of flaunt it about. I just wondered if that's normal, or...
Well, no, what do you mean, is it normal? If there's no one can see you, then...
No, like, but your girlfriend's in and that. But what I mean is...
Yeah.
It's like... You can put a pair of pants on, can't you? Do you know, all I'm saying is...
Well, you put Steve's on if you want.
Yeah, for 30 quid.
What do you want to do? Do you want to put a pair of pants on now?
No, it's just like you're asking me to do it for a pen.
What would you do, right? What would you do, right, if you did that thing with Steve and you left your pants in there, and you went and you put his on, but it was sort of like, it was damp.